you probably hear a lot of people talking about the Finduscamping Crawl.
We hope you've heard people talking about it anyway.
So the question is, what is a crawl? A crawl, AKA a caravan, RV caravan.
So this summer, we're gonna embark on a journey across the U.S. and back. Not covering the whole U.S., don't get all carried away. But quite a few sites, quite a few states, quite a few stops, quite a few things to see along the way. And this year we're taking 6 other RVers with us, 6 RV families, so 6 other RVs. And we're gonna make this trip. We're gonna leave June 1st, we're gonna be back by August 1st, and we're gonna head west from Virginia to Arizona, and then up to Montana, and then back down through and land in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
So what we're going to do in this little quick series here is going to be kind of fun because, you know, we're social media, so we're not afraid of the camera. But we are going to interview we're going to ask questions to all of our participants or crawlers or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to ask them a couple questions and they're going to answer questions, but we first
are going to answer the questions.
Answer those questions first, so you'll hear our answers along with theirs.
But the main reason is we're going to take you all along with us on this journey.
Every day you're going to see
We're going to be posting on social media. Some might be YouTube videos, some might be Instagram posts, some might be Facebook posts, it might be in our stories. But we're just going to post little bits all along the way so that you can keep up. And we thought it was only fair that you meet everybody that's going to be traveling with us.
We're not only going to do it so you can keep up. We're going to give that FOMO feeling to you guys. If you don't know what FOMO is, it's going to be the fear of missing out. So we're going to show you 7,000 miles of traveling across the United States. And I guarantee you, when we get done with this one, you'll want to join the next one.
Because there's going to be a next one, and a next one, and a next one. And we're not going to the same place all the time. We're going to different places. So stick around because we're going to get to the questions that we're going to ask the participants. We're going to answer them for ourselves before we introduce you to all of them.
Hope we pass the test. So the first question we're going to ask everybody is, who are you and who all is going to be traveling in your party? So this is pretty easy. So if you guys have been following us around, of course, you know.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jimmy, and we're with Finduscamping. So on this trip, it's just going to be us 2. That's easy question.
Pretty simple, just us.
But there's going to be some other crawlers that are going with us that have family members coming. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Our job is to kind of lead the pack, so we don't need any distractions.
Yeah, distractions. So the next question we're going to ask everybody is, how long have you been RVing? And are you full or part-time? And the reason I'm going to let Lisa answer this question is because we're back and forth a lot of times on the answer to this.
So we've been RVing for 17 years. This will be 18 this year. And we started in a pop-up and worked our way up. But we have been full-time on the road for about 3.5 years now, right?
Okay.
What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know what you're going to say, but that's the answer I came up with. So it changes because we've been doing these videos for a while now, and it's like when we start talking about them, it's like, wow, it's been longer than that.
Yeah, because you don't realize how long it's been. But it's been just over 3. It was 3 years in October. So yeah, 3 years full time since October.
So I'm going to ask you a question right now. I'm going to put her on the spot. 2 questions. First of all, ready?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
The question we ask a lot of people is, would you, if you had to do it all over again, would you go full time?
Yes.
Nice, quick, and easy. That was it? Just yes?
I would go full time.
Okay. The next question is, what would you change about the full-time life?
I would try really hard, and we try, but it never works, to stay at a constant 75 to 85 degrees year round. Unless we were trying to see the snow somewhere, but I don't know why anybody would want to do that.
All right, so we will come back to you guys in a little bit and we'll answer question number 3. So the next question is, what made you want to go on this crawl? Before she answers this, I'll answer it. We have to go on a crawl because
we're hosting it.
We invented it, we hosted it, so we have to go on this crawl. So that's my reason for going on this crawl.
Well, we wanted to go on the crawl because I think we may have said earlier, we enjoy traveling, and when we talk about traveling, there's friends of ours that it's they're just couples, and they said, well, we're nervous to travel that far by ourselves, and not sure we know where we want to go or where to go or what there is to see. So we just came up with the idea that we would do a collective group, and we'd see how many people we could get interested, and we would hit the road. And turns out we had a few
more people are interested than they were
that were interested. And I'm going to go ahead while we're here and just go ahead and hit question number 4.
Okay.
What are you expecting to get out of the crawl?
Oh, you want to ask me that question?
Yep, my turn to ask the questions.
I think since the crawl that we're doing this year is that 7,000 mile trip way out west, we've been to most of these places, and we've seen them, and we've experienced them, and we talk about them over and over and over again. Just to be able to go back and kind of like see, when you open that Christmas gift, and it's like you're super excited because it's that brand new bike when you were 10 years old.
And then you go back later and look at it?
Well, not even that. Just how excited you were when you did that. To get to see the people, like when we took those pictures of the Milky Way out in Gooseneck State Park, just for other people to experience that and for them to go, oh my God, that was beautiful. That was so cool. As we show people those pictures all the time, they go, I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to see this. I want to see that. So for me, what I'm going to get out of that crawl more than anything is just the pure gratification of taking somebody somewhere that we have been and then we really enjoyed. And for them to go, that was awesome. That's why I came on this crawl with you guys.
I'm looking forward to, we know all of the other people that are going to be traveling with us. Some of them we've known longer than others. So I'm looking forward to getting to know better the ones that we don't know all that well. And like he said, just being able to share some of the things we've seen, live and in person with some other people, because, some of the things you see it and you see pictures, but until you're really there to see it yourself, it's just not the same. So I'm looking forward to that. And we do have a couple of places that we've never been to before, so I'm also looking forward to those.
We have a couple of places some of the crawlers have been, and they've kind of told us about them. So we're kind of excited, and I'll kind of just throw it out there. The wall out in, where is the wall?
In South Dakota.
South Dakota, where you park right on the rim. And we have heard from multiple people that you could be bumped in the middle of the night where the cows
or the buffalo
bump into your camper.
Like,
so
they're scratching their back on your ladder or something.
So I think that's going to be something we've never seen. So that's going to be kind of neat. And for those people, when I go out and talk about it tomorrow, they're going to go, "Hey, we've seen that. That's so cool. Isn't that neat?" So for us, we're going to be the first timers out there to see and hear that. So for them, they're going to go, I told you that's pretty cool.
I'm just looking forward to going and being able to take some people with us that would not go on their own. So that's what it's all about.
So our last question is, what do you look forward to most on the crawl?
What stop are you looking forward to most?
What stop? That's what it was. See, I almost messed up. It's what stop. So I'm going to say it's going to be the wall, just like I just talked about a few minutes ago, because I think it's going to be kind of neat. I don't want them to tear my camper up, but I think it'd be neat to feel them bump up against it and you walk outside and you see 4 or 5, 6.
Or just walk outside and they're out there.
So that's going to be probably my favorite stop along the way.
So my favorite stop that I know of is one of my favorite stops, period, which is Gooseneck State Park in Mexican Hat, Utah, because that's where we see the stars. Like, it's so... The stars are just, there's so many of them and it's amazing. But I will say there's also a few harvest hosts that we're stopping at that are ranches and farms that I can't even name them specifically because there's multiple ones, and I'm really excited to go to a lot of them. I mean, everywhere from a buffalo farm to just like a historic kind of campground type place. So I'm really looking forward to a lot of those stops.
It's funny because she called some of the harvest hosts and told them, hey, we're going to be coming through. We have 7 RVs. We told them what we were doing, and they were like all super excited to be part of this. And 1 or 2 of them actually said, I might come out and sit with you guys around a campfire. Hell, we might drink a beer and enjoy it. So
yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, is like meeting those people and just checking out the places, because things are so much different.
So that's just the crawl part of it. There's other pieces and parts that we have along the way that's not just the crawl. We have things called campouts. And we're having some mini campouts and we're having some major campouts along the way. Our mini campouts are going to be like 25 RVs or less. Our major campouts are 50, 60, 70, 75 and above. So we have, what, 3 campouts along the crawl? Is that what it is? 3 of them?
Yes. One.
And these are still open for reservations if you guys can't do, of course you can't do a crawl because we're full for that.
Right. We took a small number of people this year on our drive, right? Because we've never done anything like this before, and so we didn't want to
overwhelm ourselves.
Well, I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. So we've underpromised and hopefully we will overdeliver. But we have a stop, and we'll put the dates on the bottom of the video because I don't know them off the top of my head, but we have a stop near Yellowstone or the Sun Outdoors Yellowstone North that's going to be, I think, almost a week. Then we have a stop in South Dakota, so near the wall, that is a long weekend at HTR Black Hills. So we get to do Mount Rushmore while we're there. There's an observatory we're going to check out. And then the crawl will end up, like the final stop is at Sun Outdoors Pigeon Forge in Tennessee. So we're looking forward to that one. That's going to be a week long.
That's going to be a major one. So that one we have about 100 spots signed up for.
That's a huge park, and we've never been there before. So actually, we've never been to any of these 3 parks. So we're super excited to go to all of them. But that's an opportunity that if you're not available to make the whole trip, even if you can't stay the whole week, if we're going to be at a camp out for a week, if you want to come for the weekend, you can make it to that area, please come and join us. We'd love to meet you.
Absolutely. But so there's the crawls and there's the campouts. So we are going to film this quite a bit along the way. So there will be a lot of, we hope, we're working on that FOMO word.
I mean, it might be a lot of bloopers. You just never know. And Yellowstone National Park.
All kinds of different places.
Something is crawling on me.
Ooh, it's a big bug. Bugs. We're out. That's the one good thing about RV life. I mean, we're out in the beautiful outside.
I felt it coming up my back, and I thought maybe it was just the wind blowing. Sorry about that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. If nothing else, we will all have a good time. We've got a good group going with us, and I'm looking forward to some of the people that have already signed up for the places in Montana and South Dakota, and even we've had some sign up for Pigeon Forge. None of them are full yet. So there is still room if that's something that might interest you. You can check it out on our website. He can put a link there for that as well. But
you can really just go to finduscamping.com and /campouts, and it tells you where all of our campouts are. Not only the crawl campouts, but we do also other campouts throughout the year. So we do have a boondocking, which is full, guys. I'm sorry. That filled up.
You can get on the waiting list if you're interested in that.
That filled up to 74 already. And then, of course, for Thanksgiving, we do have a couple spots left there if you want to go down to the Florida Keys. We're down there for 2 weeks.
Right. So you can check out our website. If you're interested in any of those, the directions are there, like how to reserve. But if you have any more questions about that, you can always email us at finduscamping@gmail.com. Or hit us on Facebook or Instagram. Like, we're pretty easy to get in touch with. So just, shout out a question if you have one and let us know. We'll be happy to answer it, and we hope you will join us somewhere along the way.
So we will go ahead and throw it out now so you can just have it in your memory bank. 2025, we are going to travel from Key West, Florida, not milepost 0, all the way up. And this is still all controversial, however this works.
We're not sure how we're going to get there.
No, not that.
Oh.
It's from, we call it milepost 0 to milepost 0. It's not really milepost 0 because milepost 0 is where Route 1 ends and milepost 1 is where it starts up in Maine. So we're going to go from 0 to 1, but we're not going to do a trek right up 95 or 301. We're going to kind of jig-jag a little bit, but we want to stay on the East Coast. So if that's something you're interested in following us next year, and that's going to be, a pretty good long trip there because we're going to start, March
I think it's going to start the beginning of April. And maybe be over the end of June, July.
So what you're saying in your mind right now, I can't take that long off. Not a problem. We're going to have many crawls along the way. So if you want to go from Key West to Georgia, you can do that. If you want to go from Georgia to North Carolina, you can do that. If you want to go from North Carolina to Maryland, you can do that. Or you can do the whole thing.
Or if you can't do any of that, but you want to meet us along the way at some of the campouts, you can absolutely meet us along the way at some of the places. So that's always an option. Are you going to tell them what 2026 is, or are you just holding that one for later as a teaser? I'll give you a hint.
I'll let you know.
No. 2026, we're going to do a crawl, and it's going to be celebrating the 100th anniversary of the route we're going to take. I'll just leave it like that.
So if you know what that is, comment below, let us know what that's going to be. So 2026 will be the 100th anniversary of that. So we are planning for that too. So if you Google that and see what the 100th anniversary is in 2026 of one certain route, if that's something you want to do, comment below, let us know, email us, say, hey, we want to get on that one too. We're going to do the same thing as that one there. We're going to take pieces and parts and you don't
we'll
have to
have
do the
camp
whole
outs
thing,
along
so.
the way, so you can meet us along the way if that's more your speed. But yeah, just stay in touch so you can keep up with what's coming.
So I also want to put a little plug out here real quick while we're here, and I'm going to keep mentioning this on all of our videos. Don't forget to join the Finduscamping Villagers page. It's a page for you guys to
On Facebook.
on Facebook to talk amongst each other and post where you are, where you've been, what's going on. And you know, if you have something that you know of from 0 to 0 that we need to see, we need to stop, post on there, let us know, and say, hey, when you're doing your 0 to 0 crawl, you need to stop at Williamsburg, Virginia, because the Colonial Williamsburg is one of the best places to visit. So put that on there.
Or if you've just found,
or if you're a campground that wants us to visit your campground, let us know there too.
or if you have found a campground that you think is amazing and you want to put it on there to share it with everybody else. It really is a page for everyone on the page.
Community.
To share with one another, to help each other out. If you have a question, an RV in question, even if it's not about a place to stay, post it on there. I'm sure somebody will be happy to answer it. And we all have not dumb questions, but especially, I want to say newbies, but not even that. Like, we come up with some pretty silly questions on our own sometimes. So no questions off limits. If you have a question, put it on there. If you need help, put it on there. Somebody will be happy to help you. But you're going to want to join the page just to be a part of that community.
So make sure you're following us along, because this is just the first participant on the crawl. We still have a couple more that's going to do their videos. So you want to see who's coming on there. That way, you'll get to meet them. You'll understand who they are. So when we do these videos, you'll go, hey, that's such and such. Or I know that person. Or
and you'll get to know them better as the crawl progresses. It's going to be like one of those reality TV shows.
Yeah, it's going to be a reality show
where you,
for sure.
you meet all the people up front, and then you get to really know them as the trip progresses.
So until you guys find us camping,
Safe travels, y'all.
I'm Danny,
I'm Dave.
and we're on Liberty with the RV, and we're bringing Jameson on the Finduscamping Crawl.
We're full-time RVers. We've been full-time RVing for 3 years. We've been doing social media while RVing for 2 years. We wanted to go on the crawl. When we first set out RVing 3 years ago, I sat Danny down and I said, make a list. What are the places you want to see? And all of the things on his list were the Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, and the crawl just fit in that we're going to finally be able to check all of those off.
What I'm expecting to get out of the crawl is all these experiences and memories with the people with us.
I'm most looking forward to when we get out to Montana. I've been to the majority of the U.S. states. Montana's been on my bucket list for a long time.
Ever since I've been little, I've been wanting to go out west and see the Grand Canyon.
I'm looking forward to the last stop because this Twilight Zone I've been caught up with spending so much time with Jimmy. It just has to. Okay, I'll reach it. Now let's introduce you to the next crawler.
So we're Ray and Lisa Weinbarger, and we will be taking our 2 grandsons on the crawl with us this year.
Zane and Caleb, 9 and 11. We have been RVing for 12 years, and we are still part-time because we have a home base, but we're on the road about 6 months or more out of the year.
There's so many places that we've wanted to see that we've never been able to get to before, and to be able to travel with a group of people like we are, it's just, everything just seems to be like the perfect time.
Yep. Way makes it more comfortable. If something happens, you've got somebody to help you. And we haven't been out west, so we're super excited.
Just the experience of seeing so many places that we've never been. all these places that we're going are places that we've always heard about, seen pictures of other people going, and just to get out and experience more of this nation with our family and good friends.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to take the grandkids because they're going to love it. They're going to just have a blast. That's a lot of experience for them. We are most excited about Yellowstone. And next to that would be Glacier,
The Wall, Grand
Canyon. Gonna see the aliens in Roswell.
But at Yellowstone, the rest of our family will be flying out to meet us there, so we'll get to spend that whole week with the whole family. And I think that's why we're probably most looking forward to that stop, to have the family come out and be with us at that time.
Okay, we're really super excited for this crawl, and we're going to do another one next year. So if you guys are interested, you better let us know so we can include you in it.
Hey, we're Robert and Ann D'Angelo with RVing with the D'Angelos. We're on this trip with our 2 dogs, Angel and Missy.
Hi, I'm Ann, and we have been full-timing for 5 years.
Yep, we sold our house June 1st of 2019 and hit the road, and here we are. What made us go on this crawl was, one, we've never been out west, so we wanted to check that out, and then 2, the people that we're traveling with. We wanted to be with all these folks, have a good time.
Expecting to have lots of fun, be around some awesome people, and to just check things out and just move in the right direction.
We want to see stuff we've never seen before. We want to go, I guess one of the stops that I'm most excited about is the Wall, so we can park out there and take pictures. I want my picture to look like what Jimmy took and posted on his webpage.
Hi, we're Mike and Joyce, Frank and Beans and Vapors Nichols, and we're on the crawl. We are part-time RVers, and we've been RVing just 3 years, having retired and moved to Virginia from Ohio. What made us go on the crawl is my husband wanted to go out west, and I figured it was a better deal to go out west with a group of people than trying to do it on our own, since we're practically newbies. We're going with Jimmy and Lisa, Finduscamping, and 4 other couples. We're going to have a great time.
Well, I'm hoping to get out of this. It's just a good time going from East Coast out to the west to Arizona and north and see a lot of things, meet a lot of people, and see how well we get along with everybody. And they say you're talking about another crawl out that direction in 2 years. If this goes real well, I'm going to do Route 66. One I'm most excited, I really don't know for sure because I want to see the Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, Glacier, and also the President's, what's that?
Mount Rushmore.
I think that'll be really interesting. And just the scenery out west, I'm really looking forward to all that.
What I'm looking forward to most is getting back home in one piece after the trip.